Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This was work done by Kock, and it's a survey and investigation on the impact of various fungicide application methods and technologies on decay control of plums in the packhouse. Significant post-harvest losses in plums may occur as a result of brown rot, Monilinia laxa, and grey mold botrytis cinerea. Registered products are available for the control of these pathogens. However, exact commercial methods and technologies of fungicide applications which will ensure optimum pathogen control are not known. Little research in this field has been done since the first testing of atomizers for post-harvest fungicide applications on plum packing lines was reported by Taylor, Dodd and Chambers. The primary objective was to generate information to provide recommendations to optimize fungicide application systems currently in commercial use in plum packing lines. Atomizer management information was communicated directly with users, and therefore certain packing lines were resurveyed to establish if improvements have been made. The first year, atomizer systems of 17 plum packing lines were surveyed to determine which fungicide application techniques were prevalent and to gather information on system specifics. In the second year, selected pack lines were resurveyed to establish if improvements had been made as a consequence of the first year's findings and recommendations. If you look at the result, it was established that 3 fungicide atomizing systems were in use. Atomization by nozzles driven by compressed air was 60% of the packing lines. Atomization by nozzles driven by compressed fluid, hydraulic, was 10% of the packing lines, and atomizer by spinning discs were 30% of the packing lines. Factors crucial for successful fungicide application using the atomizers were identified as condition of your pumps, mixing of the fungicide product, conditions of the pipe transporting the fungicide product, concentrations of the fungicide product, and spray deposition of the fungicide product on the fruit. So the heads and the spacings and the number of heads. Here is a diagram of the whole atomizer system. You have your tank with your fungicide solution, your stirrer that keeps the active ingredient in suspension, your pump and your pipes transporting your solution to the boom with the spray nozzles or the spinning discs. There's a cabinet around it to prevent drift and to ensure that the target product is reached. The roller system is there to transport the fruit at the correct speed through the whole system for maximum coverage. And it's important that you've got the right spacing of your nozzles and the right number of nozzles so you don't have too much overlap or gaps in the spray system. Here is 2 examples, a good one and a bad one, of the tank with a stirrer. The bottom one is what is recommended, that you've got a stirrer to keep your solution aggregated, and the top one is a bad example where it's just a tank with a pipe in and no stirrer. As a conclusion, fungicide cost cannot be considered a major driver in decisions regarding fungicide application when application methods do not deliver the product effectively. Despite the certain problems identified, it was pleased to establish that all the atomizer systems surveyed were capable of delivering adequate coverage of fungicide product to the fruit. Focused management of the critical factors influencing atomizer efficacy, as identified in first year of the study, was shown to improve fungicide spray deposition as evidenced in the second year. Just want to thank WOCRO for funding and continued support plum pack houses in the Western Cape, where the 17 plum packing lines were surveyed, and all staff at Experico for inputs and assistance.